Live from Long Island, New York, where the weather is simply magnificent. Where the Labor Day weekend was really great for moi. The weather was, okay. Wasn't great. We had rain one day. But we had some nice beach weather in between. You could sneak in a few rays, and that's what Dr. J did. And it was a really nice week prior leading up to it. Well, with a couple of bad days, but I was away most of the week and enjoyed it on the beach a couple of days. In any event, today our attention turns to the market. Pot rocks, but tariffs knocked the socks off the market today. The Dow being down over 1 percentage point, the S&P about 0.75%. As always, we are under diligence. My opinion is recommended, not constitute investment advice. You can tell your friends about us if you wish. But we have a lot of subscribers, and I like keeping it small. I like chatting with you guys, so if you can come on with me, if you happen to catch this live, that's really great. If you want to give me some comments, that would be really, really nice. I'd like that. I'm putting it on my phone so I can see the comments. Jigglypuff, how you doing? Okay, we have one person on remarking about a turtle that I posted a picture of at my doorstep on Twitter. It's the most beautiful turtle I ever saw. It was yellow with black. If you haven't seen that one, take a look at it on Twitter at Churchess. JD, how you doing, JD? Hello from Dallas, Texas. Hello from Long Island. All right, so Jigglypuff wants to know why my moniker is Dr. J at 11 as opposed to just Dr. J. Well, I can't be Dr. J. There's a one and only one Dr. J, Julius Irving. And I wouldn't just want to be Dr. J. That at 11, originally I was coming to you on a daily basis at 11 a.m. CGC did well for me. Yes, it did, JD. It's only the beginning, I hope. Jigglypuff, Dr. J at 11. I'm explaining to you why I said Dr. J at 11, because originally I got on every day at 11, but I found that it really wasn't the best time. But I started with that name. I'm staying with that name. Maybe one day I'll come back to you at 11. Who knows? Jigglypuff likes that turtle. I lost that turtle, Jigglypuff. I don't know where it went. Okay, let's get on with it. I'm going to share screen. Last time I did this vlog, sharing screen worked until it stopped working. So let's see if it does better this time. StreamYard is a very nice software. It's free for now, but they are going to start charging. And if I want to pay for this, I want to make sure it works. All right. If I'm going to pay for this, I want to get, I'm not going to say anything. I just don't feel like paying for it. Okay. I got to get more winners before I can afford to pay for this. Just kidding. All right, how do I get that share screen now? I guess I hit share screen. All right. Share the screen. Don't show these tips again. Share the screen. And share the audio. I'm doing everything it tells me to do. And my entire screen is correct. And now it says I'm sharing screen. What do you know? Let's see if that works. I'm going to look at it on YouTube on my phone. It seems to be working. I see a lag, however. So what I see on YouTube was the screen before what I have now. I am now loading the S&P 500, which at the close was 2906, down 0.69%, better than it had been most of the day. As you see, the candle that it put in Let's blow that up a little bit. Here, well, we just can move it here. The candle shows a range from 28.91 to 29.14. So we were low of 28.91. It looks to me like a tiny little red body. So all in all, it wasn't a terrible day for the S&P. Now, why do I think the fast money guru who predicted a crash in the market based on this chart, which I tried to replicate to some extent, a megaphone pattern with a trend line going down and a trend line going up. So this is a typical expanding pattern that often results in a big sell-off. If in fact it crosses below the bottom trend line, which it hasn't done, and the upper trend line, if it goes above that, that violates the bearish pattern. Also, he had an ascending spiraling wedge, whatever you want to call this thing, funnel wedge. It's a spiraling wedge that usually is bearish, and it turned out to be bearish when we got to the top of this wedge. When we got to the top of this wedge, it started to sell off and continued to sell off. But notice we seem to have put in a bottom on 8.5 of 28.22. And so far, I'm good with that bottom. I like the fact that we have a sequence of higher lows and higher highs, beginning with the low on 8.15, the high on 8.22, followed by the low on 8.23, followed by the high on 8.30. So we have this pattern, which to me says we're in a near-term bull market. So right now, in the very short term, the bull has taken control of the S&P. Not to worry about this slide today, unless we go and make a low below 28.34. A lot of cushion in there. So another sell-off day tomorrow still would be easily absorbed, provided we turn it around and start making new highs again. Furthermore, even if we don't make new highs, even if we do show further weakness, we have two lines of defense. First line of defense is the 200-day moving average, which is above the descending trend line from this megaphone pattern. And also, by the time it would reach that megaphone pattern, it might be below the lows of June 3rd. So I see the lows of June 3rd as being really tough support. So either we've turned it around already, or we will turn it around at a low of no lower than 27.28, maybe 27.50, something like that. So it's possible we go down another 150 points, but I don't know that it's necessary. This is a nice turnaround right in here, and we can't disregard this turnaround. Just maybe we've seen enough of the bear, and the bull has returned. And if the bull has returned, there's no doubt in my mind that we make new highs above 3,000. So a break of the 50, a break above the 50, as far as I'm concerned, let me do my best Kramer. Buy, buy, buy. Doesn't he say that? Buy, buy, buy. Okay. All right. So let's take a look now at the Dow Jones Industrial Averages, which kind of looks like the S&P naturally, very similar. Today it did much worse. The S&P was down less than 0.75%, and the Dow was down at the close August 23rd. What the heck? What the heck? Why is it giving me that? I'm going to have to reload. I don't understand where Yahoo pulls charts from. It seems to pull charts from wherever it wants to. The Dow was down 1.08%, much better, 285 points at 26,118. We like that much better than reminding me of the 600-point bashing that we took on August 23rd. Yuck. That was not a good day. Today was not a great day, but better than losing 600 points. And we have a similar picture. A low on 815, followed by on 822, a low on 823, and a higher high on 830. So we have, in the short term, a definitive bull market marked by a higher high and a higher low. To me, that's enough to make it a bull market in the short term. So we have turned short-term bullish, and just like the S&P, we have the 200-day serving as support. Unlike the S&P, the Dow has actually bounced off the 200-day quite nicely, and in fact stopped at its lowest point at the Fibonacci 61.8% retrace from the December lows. That would be 25,339. What a beautiful place to stop. It's actually not the 61.8% retrace, because I've got the numbers backwards. It's really the 38.2% retrace. So we retraced 38.2% exactly and started going up. Coincidence? The Fibonacci numbers are just unbelievable when it comes to these coincidences. If you believe in coincidence, I believe there's something more to these magical Fib numbers that are used to predict everything from earthquakes to the course of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, as I'm doing today. So yes, we have a beautiful Fib number. It stopped there. Should it go below the 61.8%? We go to the next Fib number, the June 3rd lows of 24,680. So I see great support in both the S&P and the Dow on June 3rd lows. I think we may have turned it around for both markets, the Dow and the S&P. I like the short-term charts. I am definitely short-term bullish, and if it goes above the 50, it's buy, buy, buy. We're going to make new highs above, probably above 30,000. So I'm very bullish, the Dow and the S&P. What's lagging is where I have a lot of my money in the IWM. The rut has to play catch up, and to my way of thinking, it will be the biggest mover in the 3 months ending 2019. So for October, November, December, I expect the IWM to be the best performer. Okay. So let's take a look now at CGC. And we want to look at the beautiful bullish green candle put in today that marks a bullish engulfing for Canopy Growth. And I'm checking on my phone to make sure it's loading properly. Looks like it is. What happened last time in my vlog is that It loaded on my desktop, but it did not load on the vlog. So I'm waiting for it to load. I know there's a lag time. I see the chart in front of me on StreamYard, but I do not yet see it in front of me on YouTube. So let's see. Anyway, it will come up, I think, I hope. If it doesn't, I will stop sharing screen and start it again. So I'm looking and waiting to the lag to disappear. But in the interim, I am looking at Canopy Growth chart. I'm looking at the close at 9.3. It closed at 24.88, up 5.5%. Sold off 15 cents after hours, which means nothing. But the impressive thing is we have a close at the top of the candle. We have virtually no wick, and we have an engulfing of the day before, or the Friday before Labor Day. So we have an engulfing from 8:30, which was really a small red candle, but it's a nice engulfing candle. Comes at the bottom, near the bottom of a long downtrend. I'm very, very hopeful that this engulfing candle will be one of the 52% engulfings that actually work. And I've done studies on the engulfing candle, and if they don't come at the right place, they're almost meaningless. But this is coming at the right place. What's really bugging me is it's not loading. So I'm going to stop sharing screen, and I'm going to start sharing screen once again. All right, let's give it another shot. And share screen. Now you see me. Well, you will see me. I'm waiting for you to see me. It seems like the image on my screen is quite frozen. Yucky poo. What is going on? Okay, now you see me. Now you see me, now you don't. I'm going to do share screen one more time. I'm not giving them my money until they figure this thing out. How's that? What do you think, JD? Still glitches with this software, right? Okay, so let's get back to CGC chart. I'm doing share screen and you still see me. That's not a good sign. There we go. Now one more chart. Come on. Let's go to the next screen. Come on, StreamYard, you can do it. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm not happy. It's slow. The lag is significant. There we go. Finally. All to see that what I'm talking about. Right here. This is today's candle. Beautiful engulfing of the Friday candle. A beautiful low that could have been probably put in on 826 of 2276. So I believe we've seen the lows for now in CGC and all the pot stocks. Where's my pot expert? Hey, JD, what's going on in September that you told me was so significant? So they're selling pop candies. They're selling chocolate candies with pop. What's going on? What's so significant about September? They're legalizing everything in Canada. They're very liberal. JD knows. JD knows all these little laws. And JD's a big pot investor. I'm just a little pot investor, amongst other things. Okay, relatively little. I think I might be buying back some of my CGC that I sold. I still have some, but what I didn't touch was my Chronos, and I probably should have because that sold off too. But I still own a large chunk of that. And I own Tilray, which was up 17% today. But we're not going to look at Tilray, we're going to look at Curaleaf. And hopefully it'll catch up on the screen, on the vlog. I'm hoping. It's slow in loading. That's not, I don't think, StreamYard's fault. Although it could be, it's hard to tell. That could be Verizon's fault. There we go. I see it on my screen. A close above the 200-day moving average for Curaleaf. Big accumulation day, or at least a pretty big accumulation day, on August 28th. That would be Wednesday of last week. And also a low that was put in on this stock at 584. I think we've had 1, 2, 3 positive days off of that accumulation day. And I think we're on our way to bigger and better things with Curaleaf. Maybe we get a little pullback here, which is normal. But I think we continue on to test the 100-day up around 815. So I'm pretty optimistic on the direction of Curaleaf. I believe we've seen the lows. I believe we've probably seen the lows in most pot stocks. How are we doing with this screen? I don't know where we are on this screen. Let me take a look. Okay, so it caught up to me. It's just that I could live with. I mean, a little lag. Hello, Mariana Davis from Colleyville, Texas. JD, Curaleaf will be a big winner in the USA. I think you're right, JD. Right. I've been buying Curaleaf on the way down. I'm going to buy it on the way back up. So I'm going to have a lot of Curaleaf by the time I'm done. I just don't like to invest too much at any given time. That's just my style. I know you're in and out a lot quicker than me, JD, so you can go in with more money and so on. So we have a lot of Texans visiting my vlog, I notice. Texas is a big state. Okay. So, hey, Mariana, do you know JD? Is Colleyville near Dallas? Probably not. All right, anyway, let's take a look at CVM and call it a day. I'm really tempted to take a look at Tilray. Can't stay on for more than an hour, more than half an hour. If I stay on too long, I'll lose my voice. And my wife will start to yell at me, "Why are you doing on the computer so long?" I shouldn't have said that. She's really a great person, usually. Breaking news, stock buckle on trade tensions. I guess so. That was an essay article that just came on my phone. Not on my desktop, though. I drew a couple of lines here on sell side. I drew a trend line going up, and recently it's been in a downward trend line. Notice that support is this horizontal line right here, right about where we bottomed at about 715, 714. It closed at 714. Then we bottomed even lower. Let's see where we bottomed. We made a low of 701. Wow, I didn't realize it went that low today. So we tested the lower support line at $7 and bounced up from that. That's a good sign. I have another support line below that from the lows of 8.5, which is 682. So I think this is support, this area between 682 and $7. And I think what we're witnessing now over the last 5 trading sessions is consolidation. I think prior to the news, we still have room to run up. I think back to that test of the $9 level. Probably don't break it because we haven't broken it in 4 assaults on it. Why should the 5th one be any different? So I see a run back to $9, but not beyond. Probably going to wait on the data. Of course, if it takes much longer, I do think we'll cross that $9. But if we start going into October, November, I think that could only mean good things. We're also going to hear from the IDMC committee, I believe, sometime soon, and that might shed a lot of light on CVM's prospects. Okay, so Mariana and JD are conversing. I'm glad that they sort of know each other, I think. 30 minutes away? No, I don't think so. Cabinet guy from Vermont, sunny and pleasant in the Green Mountain State. Always sunny, always pleasant in the Green Mountain State. One of my favorite states to visit. Not that I'm a skier, but I just love the countryside there. Cabinet guy, I think you've seen turtles like the one I posted. I'm sure you have. Okay, JD, also known as Bob. So you know a Davis that lives 30 minutes away, JD? I'm introducing new friends to each other, or old friends, I don't know. So that looks like where we are. We're waiting news on CVM that will either rock them or sock them. That'll either break them or send this stock to the moon. It's binary play, and it's very, very exciting. If you like this sort of thing, if you like the craps table, step right up and go long or short, whatever pleases you. You're going to get action, that's for sure, on the sell side. Okay, I'm going to stop screen sharing, just say goodnight to everybody, or good afternoon, whatever. In Dallas, Texas, it's only about, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. What is it, 3 o'clock, JD? I think so. All right, so let me go back to StreamYard, make sure I'm on there. Yeah, so it looks well. I'm going to say sayonara. I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to say thank you for visiting with us. I'm going to say happy trading to you. Something like that. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Au revoir, arrivederci, shalom, ciao.